A family member, F47, tied her identity to being the most educated person for years. Now that I'm, F25, in a PhD program, she's been acting weirdly dismissive. Eleanor Shaw, 47, has spent her entire life being the most educated in her family, her sense of control tied to the respect it gave her. When her niece, Julia Hart, 25, moves to New York City to start a PhD program in behavioral neuroscience, Eleanor's quiet dominance begins to crack. What begins as subtle dismissiveness soon turns into psychological manipulation, invasive concern, and strange events that destabilize Julia's focus and safety in the city. As Julia digs deeper, she uncovers that Eleanor is hiding a past academic fraud that could destroy her entire reputation, and Eleanor will do anything to keep it buried. Julia arrives in NYC for her PhD, crashing at Eleanor's Upper West Side apartment temporarily. Eleanor's micro-dismissals: "Oh, you're doing that kind of PhD, or I remember when I was your age, but I was publishing already." Julia shrugs it off but notices tension. Julia moves into a student apartment, but her applications get lost mysteriously. Eleanor keeps showing up at Columbia just to check in, embarrassing Julia in front of peers. Julia finds Eleanor reading her draft proposals without permission. Julia starts her lab rotations, notices missing lab notes. Eleanor invites her to a family dinner where she belittles Julia's research. Julia overhears Eleanor arguing with Michael about protecting what's mine. Julia receives an anonymous email: "You're not as smart as you think." She suspects a lab rival, but a clue links the IP to Eleanor's building. Eleanor gaslights her: "You're stressed. Maybe you're not cut out for this." Julia's experiments are sabotaged, a lab animal goes missing. Eleanor suggests she should take a break and implies Julia is unstable. Julia's advisor warns her to get her personal life under control.